Number one, take the nav control. I have to go. Number two. Hey everybody, I am back to talk about Picard, Season 2, Episode 3. Thank you for the support. If you guys like butterflies, if you guys like wildfires, if you guys like ice raids, you're going to love Episode 3. It's fine, it's a decent episode. Alright, things start out in this episode called Assimilation. We're aboard the Serena, and JL finds himself in the middle of a domestic dispute. 7 of 9 is cheating on her douchebag husband with Raffi. They're time traveling without him. And he says, "What's my name?" And she didn't know his name, so he slaps her. And then like a firefight breaks out, and Raffi kills 7 of 9's douchebag husband. And they have to jump and get away from all the Confederation ships. Elnor is hurt. He is shot. And meanwhile, we have the doctor that's trying to hook up to the Borg Queen so they can do this time jump. And they eventually get the time jump going. And the Borg Queen says, "The past is now." And then we see all these goofy facial expressions of everyone smiling. And there we go. We cut to the commercial. All right, our crew makes it back to 2024. They jump back in time 400 years. They're outside our Earth's atmosphere, but the ship is having trouble. It's losing power. All kinds of crazy things are going on. And Elnor needs the medical bay to be powered because he is losing his life. And unfortunately, they can't restore power and Elnor dies. But this gives Picard a chance after he is done being sad. He says, "We need to go and fix the timeline. If we can fix the timeline here, we can save Elnor." At which point Raffi doesn't really like any of that, and she gets pissed, and she says, "I have a sharp disappointment in the leadership here." So apparently she watched Season 1 of Picard as well. Alright, just to remind everybody about the mission here, our crew has to go back in time about 400 years to Los Angeles, 2024, to find the Watcher. Apparently something happens with this Watcher that changes the timeline and creates the Confederation. All right, so our doctor here says, "Listen, you cannot get noticed. Don't go to hospitals. Don't get noticed. Don't take your phasers. Don't drop any gear because it'll create a butterfly, meaning the butterfly effect." Apparently, she watched the Ashton Kutcher movie. She's a big fan of Ashton. Because the smallest of changes might have a big ripple effect and a big change in our timeline. All right, so she gives the warning. And does anybody listen? The doctor also wants to go inside the Borg Queen because the Borg Queen needs repaired. But for her to repair the Borg Queen, she's got to kind of go in there. And they got to fix the Borg Queen. They got to keep the Borg Queen alive because she is the mechanism that allows them to travel throughout time so they can get home. So she wants to go in there and kind of assimilate with the Borg, infiltrate the Borg, be one with the collective temporarily. And Picard goes, no, don't do it. But then, of course, Dr. Girardi does it anyway. All right, so our crew lands in Los Angeles. And what happens? The very first thing that happens is 7 of 9 gets noticed and is called a superhero by a little girl. Good job, 7. And Rios apparently gets hurt and ends up in a hospital where he drops his communicator and a little kid picks it up. Lots of butterflies. But meanwhile, JL is working with the doctor, not the doctor, a doctor, our doctor, aboard the Serena as they navigate the mind of the Borg Queen. All right, so 7 of 9 and Raffi, they do eventually find each other, and they go to the tallest building in Los Angeles because they want to scan for the Watcher. They believe the Watcher might be alien or have some alien tech. So they're stopped by a security guard that says, "You're not allowed up here," but they say, "Hey, we're lesbians. We just got married. And your buddy Joe said we can go up." So they go up. And they scan. And what do they see? Do they see the alien life or anything? They get a little blip on their device. But what they really see is the effects of global warming. They see wildfires throughout Los Angeles. Meanwhile, Rios, who's in a hospital, without his communicator, by chance, meets a very beautiful Hispanic doctor. Very lovely. Teresa. They say it much better. Teresa. I can't do it. I can't do it justice. And then Rios tries to buy back his communicator with some peanut butter cookies, but this kid's not having it. He's not having it. And then ICE shows up at the front door. They come busting through the front door, and they're asking for IDs. They're getting rough. I don't know. Do they have a warrant? Did anybody ask for a warrant? Maybe they don't need a warrant. I don't know. But of course, Rios doesn't have ID, so they immediately arrest him because they think he might be an illegal immigrant. All right, so then we end things back on the Serena with JL and the Borg Queen. The Borg Queen is making all kinds of threats, trying to push JL around, but then our doctor wakes up, and we come to find that the doctor wasn't so abused when she was inside the mind of the Borg Queen. She actually was digging and finding information and uploading it into the ship's computer. And she found the coordinates for the Watcher. So she outplayed the Borg Queen. And the Borg Queen's like, says something like, oh, that's a good job. You impressed me, as if to say that now I got my eyes on you. You have my attention, Doctor. So that's episode 3. As a third episode, I think it keeps things going. I liked it. It was decent. It wasn't great, but it wasn't insulting either. Even though they did, there's some political things going on here, definitely with ice and global warming, but oh well, what can you do? I didn't think it was too heavy-handed. I think it was okay. It didn't ruin the experience for me. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is our 3rd week of Picard. I appreciate the growing little club we have here. So let me know, did you like episode 3? Where are things headed? Leave a comment. A like would be greatly appreciated. I'll see you next week. And we got like Halo and Moon Knight and all kinds of things coming up as well. Everybody have a great day, a great week. I will see you soon. And as always, I will see you on the new. Thank you.